Hello and welcome once again to Jacob's Toys 5-minute figure reviews. Please do like, share, subscribe and all of those things. All support to the channel is very much appreciated. And as you can probably tell, we are taking a look at the Marvel Legends Kenner inspired retro 3 3/4 inch Wave 7 Moon Knight figure. That was a mouthful. Now it has been announced that this line has been rested. I've done a whole video on what rested means, but in this video we're going to take 5 minutes to just take a look at and appreciate the Moon Knight figure from this very awesome retro wave. Now, Moon Knight was part of Series 7, Wave 7, whatever you want to call it, which included Firestar, Moon Knight, Nova, and of course the Amazing Fantasy 15 Spider-Man. Now, I for one am an out-of-box collector, so I do open these up and display them out of the box, but I do like to keep the boxes because I think the boxes are very much a part of the appeal of what these figures are, and there's a lot of effort and work and production that's gone into the boxes alone. So here he is, here's Moon Knight out of the box, and let me just slide that plastic back into the shell, and there we go. There's like a pretty much immaculate box, and you can kind of keep that. Now, Moon Knight is one of my favourite characters in the Marvel Universe, and I'm actually quite impressed with this. This is not bad at all. I was a bit apprehensive. I didn't know what to expect from a Moon Knight figure, but it's pretty cool. They seem to have got it right in all the right places. Now, the cape is easily removable. As I say that, I struggled to take it off, but there's a little peg in the back and then it just pops over the top of his head, which actually makes this as a really good base for customs. So if you are thinking of customizing any of these Marvel Legends 3 3/4 inch figures, Moon Knight is probably the one to go for because the white is pretty much all over him except for his head. And yeah, there's not much detail in regards to the actual costume. There's a little bit of detail there on the belt, and it's of course the moon emblem, crest, whatever you want to call it, on his chest as well. Now these are 7 points of articulation, I think. So you've got 1 point, 2 points in the legs, you've got the shoulders, you've got the wrists, and you've got the neck. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, I'm going to go for 7 points of articulation. I'm sure I read somewhere it's 5 points, but no, 7. The cape is actually really well done. I didn't pick up on this from the promotional shots, but it's actually got the crest in the cape, so it's very on point. It's very much what his cape is like in the comic books. He of course has a big kind of crescent moon cape, and the production team, the design team behind this particular one has put that into this, so that's a really unexpected level of detail. So from the back, not that you would kind of display him from the back, but from the back you've definitely got that crested moon style cape. Now, they're not very big. They are 3 3/4 inch. They are retro inspired Kenner figures, so they are not for everyone, but there is something very nostalgic and very retro about these figures. They look absolutely fantastic on the shelf, in my opinion. You've got a whole range of different colours, and I do believe this is the first all white one, so it's going to definitely stand out on my display. I mean, there's Silver Surfer, who's obviously all silver, and there are a lot of kind of primary colours in the whole lineup. But this is, from what I can tell, I'm just having a look at them now, this is the first all-white figure, apart from, of course, his black kind of head, his black hood. So he definitely will stand out on the display. But yeah, as far as Moon Knight goes, this is definitely a good depiction of Moon Knight. As I've said with quite a few of these reviews, some of them come with accessories, some of them don't. It would have been nice to get accessories with all of them. I mean, Hasbro even have the moon shaped weapons, so they could have just sort of downsized those a little bit and thrown a couple of them in with him, especially as he's got those kind of open gripping hands. And there's a whole range of hands available as well. They've got a whole range of different hands. So the fact that they gave us 2 kind of gripping hands on Moon Knight, it would have been a nice little touch if they'd thrown a couple of those kind of moon, I don't even know what they're called, I can't remember what they're called, but let's say daggers, so like there's moon sort of style daggers, and he could have just held those, and it would have just given him a little bit more detail, because although his costume is pretty accurate, a plain white figure does look quite washed out in comparison to the other characters, so it would have been nice to have those little details in the respect of an accessory piece. But this has quickly gone to become one of my favourite retro Marvel Legends 3 3/4 inch figures. I love the Moon Knight character, but he he definitely stands out in the collection. So this is definitely one of my favourites. Now they have rested the line, so that basically means that they're not going to be producing any more of these figures for the foreseeable future. So if you are interested in collecting them, I suggest you go out and grab them while you can, because they're not going to be around forever. Thank you very much for watching. Of course, as always, please do like, share, subscribe and all of those things, and do check out my channel for some other 3 3/4 inch Marvel Legends reviews. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you soon.